Once again, thanks for joining us this morning, the beautiful, beautiful morning for the inaugural running of the Colon Cancer Coalition Run, the Kids Dash, and the Get Your Rear in Gear 5K, presented by Minnesota Gastroenterology and St. Paul Radiology.
The runners take their place on the starting line. Their numbers grow. Why are they here? It's a race. Against fear. Against ignorance. Often against time. But it's a race everyone can win. The Get Your Rear in Gear Colon Cancer Coalition 5K is all about getting people to talk about colorectal cancer, the nation's #2 cancer killer.
Unfortunately, colorectal cancer still remains the nation's #2 cancer killer. It affects approximately 150 to 155,000 people each year in the United States, of which about 50,000 people die of the disease. We know that screening does clearly help decrease the incidence of colorectal cancer.
Runners and walkers are sending a message that no one should ever die of embarrassment, and the time for action is now. In the U.S. alone, over half of the 56,000 deaths that occur each year could be eliminated through screening to prevent colorectal cancer. Susie Lindquist Mieldy, a young, healthy runner and mother of 3, started the Colon Cancer Coalition Run in Washington State after learning she had late-stage colon cancer. Susie came up with the slogan, "Get your rear in gear," to motivate people to take charge of their lives, to get medical attention if they're not feeling well, to live a healthier lifestyle, and to get screened for colorectal cancer now. When Susie succumbed to the disease at the age of 46, her brother Tom took up the mission in Seattle.
She was a go-and-do-it person, so we decided we'd go and get something done here.
Sister Kristen led the inaugural event in Minnesota.
There was a lot of skepticism about having yet another race for colon cancer, or for cancer on the whole. And when we went to try and create what we wanted to do in terms of a model that could be brought to the rest of the United States, I contacted the Minnesota Colon and Rectal Foundation, and I told their director that I was looking to have a race in the spring and make them the recipient of the funds. 1,400 plus showed up on race day, and I looked over at the foundation director that day, and the biggest smile was on her face, and we just did the old peace sign at each other because it was an incredible day.
Race Day brought out over 1,400 participants, exceeding everyone's dreams. Celebrating the survivors and honoring those who have died is a crucial part of the event.
Our mom had just passed away in March from colon cancer, and we really wanted to get involved in something, and we heard about the race, came and just saw what a neat experience it was, and something I'm really glad that we participated in.
Well, I'd heard about what they were doing. I was a colon cancer survivor and wanted to help create some awareness for it, and I think it's so important to encourage people to go in for screenings and early detection.
Again, because it's been somewhat of one of those hidden diseases that people don't want to talk about, I can't tell you the camaraderie that happens on race day. People just look at each other and it's like this understanding, oh my God, finally, there's a way that I can talk about this disease, I can acknowledge somebody that I lost, or I can honor somebody that's very much here because they went in and got screened.
When I walked over and just saw those people, you knew that you weren't alone in this, and so it affects so many people's lives, and just to see the people walking that had cancer right then and there, I mean, that was really, neat. I felt like I could relate to them.
The race is bringing people together to raise awareness and much-needed funding that may save the lives of our neighbors, family, and friends.
for the Get Your Rear in Gear. We had great sponsors that stepped up, and it's especially difficult to step up at the beginning on something new, and it paid tremendous dividends for everybody in terms of the awareness and the credibility and the excitement that it brought. And we're looking for more sponsors as we take this national. It's a great platform and opportunity for companies to align themselves with a cause that is gaining momentum all around the country.
The success of the race led to a mission to take this event to states around the country, doing for colon cancer what other races have done for diseases such as breast cancer. The event is an opportunity for interested parties to align themselves with a dedicated group of leaders that are determined to make this one of Minnesota's premier fundraising and running events. A way to be part of a new movement, one that creates more awareness on how to screen, treat, and beat this deadly cancer.
There's reason to do this race. I can't tell you the number of people that came up to me and said thank you. I can't tell you how many people that day felt like they had family just because finally we've got a national race.
For more information on this event, please log on to www.getyourrearingear.com.